Good evening inside Jefferson High School. We've got the Jaguars and Waconia Wildcats set to do battle. It's also Hall of Recognition night. 6 more honorees into the Jaguar Hall of Recognition will happen at halftime. Josh Powers alongside our crew. Jefferson's trying to get a measure of revenge for an earlier loss this year, 77-65 at Waconia. The Jaguars at 6-15 overall. The Wildcats coming in at 11-11. Both these teams in the Metro West, where Waconia currently stands in third behind Orono and Benilde. Jefferson, meanwhile, only above New Prague in the standings. Let's send it down now to courtside. We'll meet the starters and have the national anthem, the Jaguars and Waconia, here on Hall of Recognition night.
We also welcome our newest members to the Jefferson Basketball Hall of Fame. Stick around at halftime to watch the presentation of awards. Bloomington Public Schools expect all fans to show good sportsmanship at all athletic contests. Good sportsmanship is built on respect for all referees, athletes, coaches, fans, and the national anthem. Your cooperation is expected and appreciated. Whatever school you choose to cheer for, we ask everyone in attendance this evening to please be good sports. Thank you. We also ask that you be good stewards of our Jefferson community and help our hard-working custodial staff by cleaning up after yourselves once the game is over. Please put trash and recyclables in their appropriate receptacles. Thank you. And now we ask that you stand, remove your caps, face the flag, and join in the singing and playing of our national anthem. And now your starting lineups in alternating fashion. For the Waconia Wildcats at guard, a sophomore, number 10, Alex Kirsch. For your Jaguars at guard, a 6'1" sophomore, number 4, Isaac Feller. For the Wildcats, a forward, and he's a senior, number 11, Jaden Ford. For your Jaguars at guard, a 6'2" junior, number 5, Carson Christensen. For the Wildcats at guard, he's a junior, number 13, William Kirsch. For your Jaguars at guard, he's a 6'2" senior, number 21, Jack Sawyer. For the Wildcats at guard, he's a senior, number 14, Owen Hiltner. And for your Jaguars at forward, a 6'5" senior, number 23, Tommy Rowland. And rounding out the starting lineups for the Wildcats of Waconia, he's a forward and a junior, number 24, Jackson Homeland. And for your Jaguars at forward, a 6'4" senior, number 25, Josh Drollinger. The Wildcats are coached by Dan Rubishko, assisted by Nick Gies, Tim Crowell, and Derek Feltman. Your Jaguars are coached by Jeff Evans, assisted by Jim Williams, Neil Mortland, Brian Sikora, Mikey Evans, and Sam Wanzik. Statisticians for tonight's contest, Addie Williams and Lilia Ledesma. Your bench buddies are Roman Page, Jonah Bosu, Quentin Heft, and Ben Buds.
All right, so ready to go here, Waconia in the visiting white, then Jaguars in the Columbia blue. Josh Powers alongside our crew on a frigid Tuesday. Many districts around the metro did not have school in person, including where I live in Burnsville and also here in Bloomington. But after school activities proceeding as normal, so we are looking forward to this one. And again, our Hall of Recognition ceremony at halftime with 6 more inductees that we will talk about throughout tonight's game. Tip controlled by the Wildcats, who are led by William Kirsch, number 13. He's only a junior, 23.6 points per game. On the inside, Homeland. Here is William Kirsch. And there's his first 2 right on cue. As you also heard, as a younger brother in the starting lineup, in number 10, Alex Kirsch. Inside, Carson Christensen with a little room, and he will manufacture Jefferson's first basket. On the inside, Owen Hiltner gives it to the wing, and here's an open Jaden Ford, who connects on the triple. Versatile scoring for the Wildcats. 3 guys nearly in double figures, 2 of them at just under 10, and then William Kirsch at 23.6. Roland in a little bit of a pickle down low, a turnover. Ford on the fast break. No call. As Isaac Feller was surprised here. He thought he was in good enough position to draw that charge. Instead, Ford has 5 in a row, and Waconia out to a fast start, scoring on each of its 3 possessions. Sawyer will try Jefferson's first 3. And Jack Sawyer connects. So a hot shooting start for both teams. We have not had a miss yet in nearly 2 minutes. William Kirsch to the elbow, to the corner, Hiltner. William Kirsch from beyond NBA range with still plenty of time on the shot clock. There's our first miss of the night. Leading scorer for Jefferson, Isaac Feller, only a sophomore. Feller top of the key. And he'll pull up from the elbow and get the friendly bounce. Of course, Feller, the leading scorer now, with Jefferson no longer having Marcus Horton on their roster for the last handful of games. Inside Ford, the miss, and the putback from Hiltner. Jaden Ford is going to be a problem for Jefferson here in this one. Christensen leaning, no. Jackson Homeland secures the rebound, number 24, and here's Alex Kirsch looking for his first basket, out of control, wild shot. Drollinger looking onto the inside for Sawyer. He's covered, so now on the baseline, Roland over to Sawyer, and he's 2 for 2 from 3-point range. And Jefferson with their first lead of the night at 10-9. Hiltner leaning in, too strong, got his own miss. Got it again. Waconia controlling the offensive glass so far. 3 offensive rebounds in the first 4 minutes, and Sawyer turns it over. Hiltner leads the 2-on-1. Alex Kirsch, as Roland will pick up the foul. Looks pretty clean on the replay there, but our first foul for either team in this one. Alex Hirsch, 5 points per game. Only a sophomore. His older brother is a junior. 6 seniors for Waconia, 5 for Jefferson. Kirsch with a pair. Or splits the pair, excuse me. 12-10 Wildcats. Baseline drive, Tommy Rowland, but he couldn't quite complete the lay-in. William Kirsch draws a double team, kicks it out. Henry Wisniewski is checked in, number 15. His first shot is short. Two-point game as Feller trying for another basket. Off the window for Isaac Feller. Ties it at 12, 5 minutes in, and a Waconia turnover. Rowland looking for the fast break outlet. He's got it to Feller. And contact there, the late whistle. But I think the right call underneath, hard to tell from that view from down court. But Isaac Feller, the sophomore, to the free throw line, 16.7 points per game, excuse me. Above Jack Sawyer at 15.1. Feller, very good free throw shooter for Jefferson. Leading scorer for Waconia, William Hirsch, checking out of the lineup. Nicholas Tice, number 33, coming in. And Feller hits them both. Also in for Waconia, number 30, Colton Henke, another sophomore for them. 3 sophomores already into the game for Waconia. Homeland on the drive. To the corner, Hiltner, offensive foul. Luke Thonen, who had just checked in, number 40, Jefferson's tallest player, drawing that foul. And the Wildcats will go with a little pressure defense here. They'll also check in Braden Greer, number 12, another guy with a lot of height and length on this pressure. Rowland on the inside, couldn't complete the catch. Tice heads the other way. Wisniewski around to the corner. Henke kicks the top of the key. Tice in and out on the 3. Good box out from Drollinger. Nice catch on the inside, Jack Sawyer. Timeout Waconia. Good offensive start for Jefferson. Sawyer with 8 points already and 16 as a team for Jefferson in just over 7 minutes of play. Exactly what you're looking for if you're Jeff Evans here on this Hall of Recognition night. We'll have 6 of them. Honored at the half, Nick Zilka, class of 2000. Tom Gaffke, class of 2015. Brad Markwell from 1993. Tom Batta, class of 87. And then 2 guys from the class of 2003, making me feel old. Dan Wheeler and Matt Omi. From my early days broadcasting here on BEC TV. A 2003 team went all the way to the state championship game in 2002, their junior year. That was my first year broadcasting Jaguar hoops. And off the timeout, not what you're looking for if you're head coach Dan Rubishko, as they don't even get it across half court. So the Jaguars with it back and a 4-point advantage on a 6-0 run. Into Sawyer, and then some miscommunication on the part of the Jaguars. On the baseline, Homeland to the corner, and that one's canned. Colton Henke off the bench with a 3 for the Wildcats. Trying to avoid a turnover, Sawyer could not, it was over and back. That was tipped though, and Sawyer never fully regained possession. He might have touched it, but he didn't have possession of it. I'm sure exactly what Coach Evans is saying. So the Wildcats trying to take the lead back. Wisniewski launches, and he connects, another sophomore. 3 threes already in the game for the Wildcats. On the drive, Feller matches Jack Sawyer with 8 points now. On the drive, Greer kicks it. Rotated back over to Greer. He will fire from 3, no good. And Tice could not handle the rebound. It's picked up by Drollinger, and now Feller wants another fast break bucket, and he'll get it, plus the foul. Isaac Feller has been very good on the dribble drives here in the first half. Chance for the 3-point play for Isaac Feller. Too strong. Drollinger trying to keep it alive, did. But it's picked up by the visitors, trailing by 2. William Kirsch got a little too far underneath the basket, but the rebound caromed over to Wisniewski. Ford from the corner. Rims out, picked up though by Greer, and he'll get the and one chance. First points for Braden Greer. 7 Waconia players have already scored in this game. In the first 8 minutes. Lateef Squires checking in, replacing Luke Thonen, who picked up that foul. Squires, one of the 5 Jaguar seniors. And the free throw good from Greer. (21-20). Close one throughout here, nearing the midway point of the first half. Tommy Rowland on the drive. Tough shot, couldn't quite get it. Wisniewski quickly ahead to the corner. Henke will pass on it and get it back to William Kirsch. Kirsch, very quick first step. Gets it across. Wisniewski somehow got that reverse to go. Henry Wisniewski off the bench has had a productive first half. And that's the second on Tommy Rowland, so all 3 fouls on Jefferson Bigman, 1 on Thone and 2 on Rowland. So Tommy Rowland will have to come out, replaced by Carson Christensen. 3-point play Wisniewski with a team high 6 here in the first half, and the visitors have the lead back. And now extending it to 4. Squires faking the 3, fakes it again. Now to Feller, he's open, he'll pop the 3, but it's wide left. Wisniewski rotates it, William Kirsch, no good on the 3, but there's Ford. He'll break the rebound though. But again, it's picked up by Hiltner. Got it somehow to Greer. He nearly turned it over, and it'll be a jump ball that'll give it back to the Jaguars. Midway through the first half here on Hall of Recognition night, part 2. We had one back in January during the Southwest Christian game, and another one tonight. Josh Powers alongside our crew. Great first half for Isaac Feller. He's got a dozen already. Hoping to keep Jefferson close. Jack Sawyer with 8. They have 20 of the 22 Jaguar points. William Kirsch's floater is no good. And the rebound secured by Lateef Squires. Carson Christensen, nice move, and then ran into trouble, got the shot off. Back of the rim, no good. Here comes Greer.
Number 23, Tommy Rollins, third personal, 14. That's the ball. Oakland is good. He's fine. Folks, at this time we're going to recognize our nephews in the Jefferson basketball Hall of Fame. And thank you for, I'm not really sure, I think we're going to have you come on down. Okay, we want you all down with your families. I guess that's what we're going to do. Come on down. Tom Letta, Brad Markwell, Nick Zilka, and Omi, I believe. Omi, okay. Dan Mueller, Tom Getke, come on down. Okay, we're going to start with Tom. There we go. Tom Getke, class of 2015. Tom Getke is one of Jefferson's all-time best peer scorers. The 6'8" big man would score 1,139 points in his illustrious career for the Jags. Upon his graduation, he was fifth all-time in scoring. With Tom's size and his ability to score the basketball, he was extremely difficult for opposing teams to guard. A multi-year starter, Tom averaged 15.7 points per game as a junior. A two-time all-conference pick, Tom was instrumental in Jefferson's 2014 section final run. Coach Jim Williams says, as a junior, Tom was a major factor in getting the 2014 team to the section final. Tom had tremendous footwork and could create his own shot. With Tom's size and shooting ability, it made him a tough matchup for opponents. After completing his senior year, he became one of Jefferson's best scorers. Coach Evans says, an excellent student athlete, Tommy was a contributor to his team's success in many ways, by being a force on boards, by defending opponents' best big man, and having the ability to score both inside and outside. Tom would continue his basketball career at Winona State University. He would receive numerous awards in his career at Winona. Tom was the 2018-19 Winona State Male Student Athlete of the Year, NSIC All-Conference Honorable Mention 2017-18, NABC Honor Corps 2017-2019, and NSIC All-Academic 2016-2019. He now resides in Minneapolis. Congratulations. Nick Zilka, class of 2000. Again, the big man excelled in multiple sports. Nick ended his Jefferson career with 750 career points. He helped lead Jefferson to the 2000 state tournament. Basketball accolades include first team all-conference, honorable mention all-state, and team MVP. As a football player playing both ways, Nick was very accomplished. Nick was first team all-conference, second team all-metro, and honorable mention all-state. Coach Jim Williams says of Nick, he was our class of 2000 workhorse. He was the team's leading scorer. Nick was quick off the dribble and a roll in the middle on our high-low offense. Coach Jeff Evans says Nick was a very athletic big man and one of the quickest players to run baseline to baseline for someone playing the center position at Jefferson. Nick would continue his football career as a very accomplished player at North Dakota State University. Upon graduating from NDSU, Nick coached basketball and football for many years at Jefferson. He now resides with his family in Burnsville. Nick Zilka. Tom Fata, class of 1987. Tom Fata was a member of the back-to-back 1986-87 state championship teams. The 1987 Jaguars had a bullseye on their back as the defending state champions and thus received the best shot from every opponent during that season. His senior year, Tom averaged 14 points per game, which included a 31-point performance against Armstrong. The well-balanced Jaguars completed an undefeated 26-0 season and secured the fourth Minnesota State Championship for JHS, a state record at the time for coaches Evans and Lynch. Coach Jack Evans says, an all-around good player. Tom is an excellent three-point perimeter shooter and scorer before the three-point shot was implemented in Minnesota high school basketball. After graduating from JHS, Tom attended the University of St. Thomas and graduated with a BA in 1991. While at St. Thomas, he was a three-time All-MIAC player who helped the UST win 3 conference titles, scored 1,400 career points, and still ranks 12th on the career scoring list. He was inducted into the St. Thomas Hall of Fame in 2001. After his career at St. Thomas, Tom was player coach for 1 season for the Fredericia Basketball Club in Fredericia, Denmark. Tom taught physical education, which included various football and basketball coaching positions. He has worked in the financial advisory services industry and is now involved in project management for a plumbing and heating company. Tom is married and lives in Watertown, South Dakota with his wife, Amy. They have 2 adult children, Sam and Ryan. Tom Bada, congratulations. Brad Markwell, class of 1993. Brad Markwell was a 3-year starter for Jefferson. Brad had received multiple individual and team awards during his playing career. Brad would conclude his career with 836 points. Upon graduation, Brad was the 2nd all-time leading scorer in Jefferson history. Brad was the 2-time MVP, 2-time best rebounder, and 2-time best free thrower. He was a multi-year all-conference player and all-state honorable mention player in his senior year. As a junior in 1992, he would lead Jefferson to a Lake Red Conference title. Coach Jim Williams says, I remember watching Brad play against Hopkins in the region semifinal his senior year. Playing on a broken foot, Brad played a remarkable game. Coach Jack Evans, watching Brad play as a middle school traffic player, we knew that he was going to be an excellent high school basketball player, and he didn't disappoint. Brad would continue his basketball career at Wisconsin Stout. As a 4-year player at Stout, Brad would conclude his college career with 1,020 points. He led Stout in scoring his junior and senior years. Brad now resides with his family in Minnetonka. Brad Markwell. Matt Holmes, class of 2003. Matt was a steady point guard in the class of 2003, a dynamic guard that helped lead Jefferson to the state championship in 2002. Matt would conclude his career with 574 points. A pass-first point guard, Matt would help lead Jefferson to multiple conference titles, section titles, and state tournament appearances, culminating with the 2002 national season. Coach Jim Williams said of Matt, a pure point guard, he had a great spin fake move to the basket. Matt was a good 3-point shooter. His best offensive skill was finding the open man on the drive and kick, or the long pass down the court to our rim runner. Coach Jeff Evans says, although very capable of scoring the ball, Matt was our unselfish playmaker by running our offense, making his teammates better by controlling the ball and making sure that he got to the right player at the right time. Matt would continue his basketball career at St. John's in Collegeville. At St. John's, Matt was a 4-year starter. He holds the record for most games started at 100 and scored 1,121 points while playing for the Johnnies. He now resides with his family in Chaska. Matt Holmes. Dan Wheeler, class of 2003. This is obviously not Dan. Dan's mom. Dan C. Jarvis, on Dan's behalf. Dan was instrumental in helping lead Jefferson to the 2002 state championship game. Dan would conclude his career with 915 points. A multi-year starter and a bruising 6'4" forward, Dan played both inside and on the perimeter. Dan would help lead Jefferson to multiple conference titles, section titles, and state tournament appearances, culminating with the 2002 national season. The class of 2003 team's success would set the standard for Coach Jeff Evans' coaching era. Coach Jim Williams said, Dan played with extremely high IQ, a very good defender and a tough inside-outside offensive player. He could create shots against bigger players and was an excellent 3-point shooter. Coach Jeff Evans says of Dan, playing bigger than a 6'4" frame, Dan was just as proficient on the boards both offensively and defensively as he was scoring the ball. Dan was a very difficult matchup for any opposing team. Dan would continue his basketball career at Amherst College. At Amherst, Dan and his brother Stephen would help lead Amherst to the 2007 NCAA national title. The 2007 team would finish 30-2. Dan would conclude his college career with 1,132 points. Dan now resides in California. Dan Wheeler. How about a nice round of applause for all of our inductees? Congratulations. Also Lieutenant Alex Church. First personal Varsity. Also 24, Jefferson, second personal, second team. Color the line 2. Also 23, Tommy Rowland, fourth personal, first team. Also Lieutenant Keith Squires, first personal, second team. Hershey shoots two.
needs something pretty quick, and not a good spot on the catch there, Thonen, and had it taken away. So Waconia responding there with a good defensive set. Wisniewski around Feller, then nowhere to go. Turned it over. Defense much more of an emphasis for both these teams here in half number 2. Drollinger finds an alleyway. It's a 1-point game. Timeout Waconia. Jefferson was down 12 in the first half. And this is as close as they've been since they last led at 10-9. Way back in half number 1. Jefferson doing it with defense here in half number 2. Just 8 points allowed for the visitors in nearly 8 minutes after giving up 44 in the first half. Waconia also, by the way, down to just 2 timeouts left with 10 minutes and 20 seconds left in this game. So they will need to be judicious with those 2 timeouts the rest of the way, especially if this game continues to be played in a 1 or 2 possession score. There's one of tonight's Hall of Recognition honorees, Tom Gaffke there. Terrific player for Jefferson. So the Jaguars continuing to build momentum here. They've only scored 10 points in this half, but it's been their work on this end defensively that has been a change from half number 1. Homeland baseline floater way short. And Thonen grabbing the loose ball. 10 minutes to go. Jefferson can take their first lead since it was 10-9. Feller on the curl. Back to his left, finds Drollinger. Couldn't finish. Jefferson bench wanting a foul. And the Wildcats back with possession. Into the game, Tice finds Greer into the lane. Runner no. Rebound available. It'll go to the Jaguars. So Jefferson keeps getting stops, although leading scorer William Kirsch back in. On the inside, Drollinger had it roll up his arm on the bounce pass. Tice hurrying ahead, got it to the corner. Squires with the block on the 3. Leaking ahead, Feller. It's swatted out though by Hiltner. Little fortunate carom there as Feller lost control of it, just happened to hit Hiltner's arm, I think, or maybe he did try to swipe at it. Either way, Jefferson keeps it as we're now midway through the second half. Trying for their first lead since 10-9. Behind the 22 points of Isaac Feller so far. Jack Sawyer with 17, looking for 20, and he's got it! His 4th 3, and the Jaguars with their first lead since 10-9. Hiltner lobs it over to Henke. Open William Kirsch, no. Sawyer able to latch onto the rebound and a foul. Reaching in, Nicholas Tice right there grabbing Sawyer's arm. Got a little ball, but a lot more arm. Each team with 3 team fouls in the half, so still plenty of fouls to give until we get to the bonus. Squires, high-low lob to Thonen, bats it back out to Squires. Lateef, great vision, but a better block from Hiltner to deny Sawyer, who was looking for a foul. Getting a piece of it made, I guess not. Thonen did not, as swishing it through William Kirsch for the lead back for Waconia with a team-high 14, and that's their first 3 of the second half. Lateef Squires trying to answer, he will! 5 now for Squires and an official's timeout with Jack Sawyer, who may have some blood on him, who's complaining about a foul the last time down. And that would be, if he does have blood, a reason why he wanted that foul. Also could have lost a contact lens. On the inside, Hiltner sends it across. They rotate it. Good rotation. Tice 3, back of the rim, and Squires has it. Was bumped over, it looked like. They're going to get a travel. Hard to tell from that look. So Jefferson will have to be without Jack Sawyer. Again, I don't think it was a major thing, but he quickly hurried, I think, going back to the locker room. Hard to say. But the Jaguars with the lead, 7 minutes to go. Hiltner baseline, spins. Looked like rejected by Thonen. Lob it to Drollinger. Not on the same page with Christensen. William Kirsch, dribble drive, good D, kick it. Floated over to Hiltner. Back to Kirsch, still 20 on the clock. Hands it off, Ford. Open, Henke, he's got it for 3. Henke now with 9. Waconia back in front as we seesaw back and forth here in the final 10 minutes. Feller lost control, then got it back. Gets across the timeline. Waconia also seems to have upped their defensive intensity here in the last 5 minutes. Drollinger, the catch. Chips it over, Christensen on the drive. Carson Christensen with the bucket. And the lead back for Jefferson is Jack Sawyer back ready to check in. Henke swings it over. Hiltner, too much on the 3. Coach Evans calling out a play from the sideline. It's a backdoor. Drollinger finishes. 8 for Drollinger. He's been big here inside. Jefferson matches its largest lead of the game. Timeout, Waconia. Just one timeout left for Coach Rabishko with 5 minutes to play. So that is a bit of a gamble. Actually, now, excuse me there, they have now 2 left, so they must have changed the scoreboard and given one to Jefferson earlier. Both teams showing 2 now. With 5 minutes to play, Jefferson lost to Waconia earlier this season by 12. They have just 2 wins in the Metro West, both coming, or one coming against New Prague, the other against Chaska on the road. This would be a nice one for Jefferson. Waconia is right now 3rd in the league. And Jefferson doing it most of the game tonight in comeback fashion, just continuing to chip away at that lead. They got it from 12 to 3 at the half, or 12 down to 3 at half, I should say. But it's been defense here in the second half that has propelled Jefferson to this lead. Waconia just 14 points in this second half, less than a point per minute here in the second. That will get it done against anybody defensively. Actually, just over a point per minute, but still. You will take that every time here at the high school level. Both Kirsches in there now. Here's Alex to older brother William. On the dribble drive, Drollinger the defense, underneath to Alex. The catch goes up and gets it to bounce in. He's up to 7, 61-60. 4.5 to play. And Tommy Rowland finally back in with 4 fouls. 3 ball, no good for Feller. So Rowland playing with 4 fouls, the only guy in the game with more than 2. Really the only guy that's been in any sort of foul trouble in this one. Both teams still at 3 fouls here in the second half. So again, nowhere near the bonus yet. I'm sure somebody will get there at some point. Step back, NBA 3. Not a good time for that for William Kirsch, who has a team high 17 and a quick 5-0 run, has Waconia back in front. Sawyer barreling down the lane, drawing the contact. Jack Sawyer playing, using his football side of him right there on that one down the lane. Letting that football player come out right now. Now he needs the basketball player back for the touch on these 2 free throws. And he's got it. 21 for Sawyer, 22 for Feller for Jefferson. And now they each have 22. And we are tied with 3.5 minutes remaining. Headed for a great finish here at Jefferson High School. William Kirsch, you know he's going to be the guy they want with the ball more often than not here, but he lost his footing. Drollinger trying to survive the pressure after the rebound and does. Dribbles out of there. Sawyer gets it across the timeline. Jefferson has a chance for the lead back. Squires with the face-up. Drops it down, Drollinger poked away, got it back, pump fake, contact, bucket, and foul! Josh Drollinger. What a second half for the senior. 8 in the half, 10 for the night, and an and one chance to put the Jaguars up by 3. Too strong. Hiltner secures the rebound, so a 2-point game with under 3 to go. Ford to the elbow. Hiltner rotates it. William Kirsch draws Drollinger, who blocked the 3. Feller back to Drollinger. Up, no foul. We play on, and there's the foul. On Waconia on the rebound. On William Kirsch. And as I said, no one was near the bonus. In the blink of an eye, Waconia has gone from 3 to 6 team fouls. So now the Jaguars will be in the penalty the rest of the game. Leading by 2, you can hear Jeff Evans say big possession blue. 20 on that possession clock. As it's swatted back by Alex Kirsch. Both teams with 2 timeouts left. Sawyer fading. No. Squires! The rebound put back! Comes flying in out of nowhere. Huge putback bucket for the senior. Jefferson has their largest lead of 4. On the drive, Homeland juggled it. Alex Kirsch kicks it. Homeland wide open. And a huge 3 for Jackson Homeland. 8th triple of the night for Waconia. Has them back within a point. Under 2 to go. Squires, not a good decision. Was under some pressure. Did not handle it well. A turnover. And now 1:45 left. Tough empty trip there as Jefferson still had 2 timeouts. But it was such an abrupt turnover, they didn't really have time to use it. William Kirsch down the lane, Ford, top of the key. Back-to-back 3s for Waconia from the top of the key. And they go from down 4 to up 2. And now an even bigger trip for Jefferson. Tommy Rowland scoreless tonight. Sawyer, contact on that 3. Feller had the rebound, then it was poked away. Jefferson can still play D, no need to foul yet. Well, this game certainly turned on those last 2 possessions. Some rushed 3s for Jefferson on their end and back-to-back makes for the visitors on theirs. Ford baseline underneath. Alex Kirsch, no. Ford the rebound and a foul. Just the second pair of free throws in the half for Waconia. Just the 4th Jaguar foul. It will be a 2-shot foul. With now just a 1-second overlap on the clock. No free throws yet for Ford tonight. He makes his first one. Waconia, they haven't shot a ton of free throws tonight, but they've been productive. 8 out of 9 for the game. Ford makes them both. And now a 2-possession game. Jefferson, an 8-0 Wildcat run here in the last minute 30. And the Jaguars in must need of a bucket here. They go to Feller, double team. Got it to Sawyer from the corner. The 3 for Jack Sawyer. His 5th 3 of the night. Moves Jefferson back to within a point. Sawyer with a game-high 25. Timeout Jefferson. They still have 1 timeout left and plenty of time 19.7. Now you can't obviously play straight up defense and get the ball back, but if you're Jefferson, you have the possession arrow, which is huge right now. Get in there, you can be aggressive. You still have 2 fouls to give. Try to get a turnover or that tie-up that would give you the ball back. If you're the Jaguars, you have a couple chances in the backcourt to try to get that turnover or tie-up. And then if you need to, start committing a couple of fouls to potentially eventually send Waconia to the line. But still a lot of options and time left for Jefferson in this one. That was a very difficult pass from Feller to wrap that over to the corner for Sawyer. The senior Money in that corner on the 3. So if you're Jefferson, get aggressive here on defense. If you commit a foul, that's not an issue at all. You're going to need to commit a couple here anyway. You're at 4 right now as a team, so 3 more fouls to get Waconia into the penalty. But at the same time, while committing those fouls, you can certainly reach in there, try to get that tie-up or even a turnover to get you the ball back and a chance to win it. To inbound, it'll be Jaden Ford. Imagine try to get it to one of the Kirsches. They do. It's William Kirsch. He's bumped immediately by Drollinger. 7/10 of a second come off. 5th team foul for the Jaguars. If you're Jefferson, you'd love to get one of those 2 guys, maybe with the ball and a catch going toward the sideline to trap them a little bit if you can do it. Again, easier said than done. And William Kirsch grabbed again by Drollinger. Just a second foul there too. 1st and 2nd foul of the game. Ball had not yet been inbounded, so no time comes off. Still 19 seconds. And now Jefferson 1 more to get to the penalty. Return pass there, and they will send the sophomore Alex Kirsch to the free throw line. He has the only free throw miss of the night for Waconia back in the first half. Just the 2nd foul on Feller, so here's the huge 1-and-1 for Alex Kirsch. Jefferson would love a miss. Kirsch missed it. Feller has the rebound. It's a jump ball. That's totally fine for Jefferson. They get it on the arrow. So with that 1-and-1 miss, the Jaguars get that essentially turnover that they were looking for, and now a chance to take the lead with 14.6 seconds. You got to think either Feller or Sawyer here if you can get it to them with a combined 47 points in this game. Still a timeout also left for Jefferson. Here we go. And there's the timeout. 10.8. A chance to win it here tonight for Jefferson on Hall of Recognition night. Josh Powers alongside our crew. Jefferson down 12 in the first half. They cut it to 3 at the break. It's been very close ever since. Jefferson's largest lead was 4. That was 63-59. Waconia responded on an 8-0 run. Jack Sawyer with them down 4. Jefferson hit a big 3 in the last 30 seconds, and then the Jaguars just got the 2nd free throw miss of the game for Waconia. They're 9 out of 11, but both misses by Alex Kirsch, and that last one on the 1-and-1 just a few seconds ago. And now the Jaguars a chance to take the lead or win it with 10.8 seconds left. They are out of timeouts. Waconia has the arrow and 2 timeouts left. Jack Sawyer, a huge night with a game-high 25. Isaac Feller, 22. Trying for 1 more basket or a couple of free throw makes. Doesn't matter how the Jaguars do it. A couple more points here in the final 10.8. to have a huge win in the Metro West against Waconia right now, who's in third place. So 10.8, Roland inbound. Squires, Feller, Drollinger, and Sawyer joining Tommy Roland with a chance to win it here for Jefferson. .8 and into Feller. Sawyer open. Sawyer inside. Kick back to Sawyer. Still 4 seconds. Feller on the drive. Blocked. And Waconia wins it. It was blocked by Hiltner, who swatted away the Jaguars' chances for the upset tonight. Terrific play from the senior Owen Hiltner. Valiant effort for Jefferson in this one. They lost to Waconia by 12 in the earlier matchup, a much more competitive one here. That came down to the very last second here at Jefferson High School, 71-70, the final. Jefferson now 6-16, Waconia moving back above 500 at 11-10 overall and 7-4 in the Metro West. Big nights though for Jefferson. Jack Sawyer game high 25, Isaac Feller 22. Huge night, but just 1 point short here for Jefferson in this one. We'll have more Jaguar boys next Friday. Senior night, the regular season finale. We'll have a bunch of senior interviews during that one too in the post game. A tough matchup with Benilde, but looking forward to that one next Friday right here at 7 o'clock. Again, our final in dramatic fashion, Waconia 71, Jefferson 70. For our entire BEC TV crew, this is Josh Powers saying good night from Jefferson High School.